Pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call.
Josh,
Yes. Yep.
Frank is absent, he is at a General Motors dealers meeting.
Yep.
Nick?
Yes.
All right, we need a motion to approve the minutes from July's meeting.
I'll make it.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, so now is when we move on to any requests or petitions from the floor. Whoever wants to start, it's fine with me.
Everybody's happy?
This,
Oh.
this is where anybody like, the gentleman from Bear Creek, this is where you
Yep.
would talk. If this is what you wanted.
And, Dave and Kevin, you guys are free to go during this time.
If you'd like.
Sure.
I guess I'll start, both Big Eye and Carla Mall are the Board of Assessment Review for the county's Machias. And a lot of issues have been talking about the assessment of the town and why we are continually getting hammered. More importantly, and evenly selfishly so, that Dave, Carla and I, for the past 3 years in the Board of Assessment Review, we have upwards of 40 grievance that we must handle every year for the past 4 years. By comparison, Ellicottville has 3. Olean has like 17. So in the county, we're kind of a mid-sized area, but we are off the maps in the number of people that come in for grievances. So we met with Dan Martonis in the county and explained it. Basically, he said it's the lake and the sales at the lake that are driving the increase in the assessments. I countered with, Ellicottville has a lot of sales that are going up as well. We are at a 100% assessment. Ellicottville was 54. 54. So what Ellicottville is doing, and any town that is not at 100% assessment, by state law, they do not have to send out a letter to the residents if they change the taxes. All they're doing is changing the rate, the equalization rate.
Now, one thing I want to point out about the equalization rate is if you're at 100%, your house is assessed at $100,000. And that's, say your house is $100,000, it's assessed at $100,000. Say you're in the county of Yorkshire. Yours is 11%. That $100,000 house is at $11,000 assessed value. But the equalization rate at 100% is way lower, so that the town of Yorkshire, their equalization rate is right off the wall, so they don't get a notice that their assessment changed. All they get is their tax bill, and then they're saying, well, where did this come from? How come my taxes are so much? Well, it's because they're not at 100%, their equalization rate is right off the wall. And that's what puts everybody in a level playing field. Now, the other thing is that if you look at, not to change the subject here a little bit, but if you look at the county doing the assessment, they're looking through the picture window. They do a lot of towns. They see all the different towns and everything. As a matter of fact, Dan Martinez is a supervisor for town of the Bullite, so he's looking at both ends here. He told us that the town of Dayton opted to go back to their own assessor. They are paying more now than they were to pay the county for the assessor, because they had to lock them in for 4 to 6 years. Once they're locked in, if you want to get out of that, you have to buy that assessor's term out. And so, go ahead, Kevin.
So anyway, we have a better understanding of why we're getting hammered with the grievances. Because we are at 100%, and we are under the county's assessment rather than our own. Dan presented a case as far as the county and why it makes sense to stay on the county. Cost of the township, Dave mentioned the bigger picture. So I guess I know the town is thinking about it. I guess, I'd like to have more conversation on if the town is looking at having an assessor, what are the benefits? Is the bar, we would like to try and help how this town feels, and more importantly, how we can, help residents.
And if you have your own assessor, if the town has its own assessor, you have to pay for that assessor's education. So you have to be brought up to speed on the terms, and things are changing real fast and everything, as well as real estate and the assessment. So there's a lot of new things that are coming out all the time, and the county is on top of this, and I've been on that Board of Assessment Review for 25 years plus. And I think we're in the best position we've ever been in. Right now, being at 100% equalization and holding that, I've seen this over the years where we struggle to keep that. If you fall off the wagon here and get down to say 85%, it's gonna cost a fortune to get you back up to 100%, because everything is gonna have to be reevaluated and everything. And I think the county puts us on a real level playing field, because they're looking through the open window here. One thing we did ask them is if there's some way something could be put in with a notice when your assessment comes out, that you'd request that they go to see the assessor first, rather than to come directly to the assessor's board of review. I think that would cut our workload down a lot. And he said that there probably would be something they could do and put it in bold letters or something, to talk to your assessor before going to the assessor's board of review, because the night we were there, a lot of them got settled right there. They went and talked to the assessor and they made an agreement, and it got settled right there after we heard their complaints and after review everything. So, go ahead.
One of the recommendations, that we work on, currently, that there is a monthly email that comes out to all the towns from the assessment office. It would be nice that if the town meetings are at least reviewed, may not have to be read verbatim, but are reviewed, so that the towns and the assessor's office, are understanding what each other is doing. Dan mentioned to me, he gave me a personal commitment that if he's invited to speak at the town board, he will do that. And I think that, by the way, he mentioned in all the years as the supervisor of assessors, this is the first time that a board of assessment review met him en masse. So all three of us went at the same time and met him. So, really a good stroke for the town of Machias, to the county. But, the other thing is, building a relationship with him may make more sense than, other options. And, I think reading the minutes, getting him here to the town board meeting, and letting him hear the town concerns as well, not just from the Board of Assessment review, would be beneficial.
And we spent, he was real good. I mean, we were gonna go in there for 3.5 hours. We were there almost 2 hours. And he really went through everything, explained it to us in detail, and we were impressed.
Any questions from the board?
Did he happen to say out of all the towns in Cat County, what the breakdown was between towns that are with the county versus towns that have their own?
He has a map on it as well. And right now, there's 15 towns in the county that are under county assessment. He feels there will be 4 or 5 more coming in the next year, because the assessor is up for contract. They must update their education, and it's up to the town whether they want to pay for the education or not, or go to the county. The county expenditures, I'm sure you know, is when they take it over, it is the same cost as what you're paying your local assessor, plus 2% per year every year after. So they have an automatic increase of 2%. But they take care of all the mailings, they take care of all the education and such. So there's a balance there. And, I think we need to figure that out.
And having been on that board for a good many years, with the county doing it, they help us with all of our summaries and everything. I mean, everything is all typed right up for us and everything. We had to do some of it manually, but they do a good share of it, which before we were doing it all on our own.
Yeah. One question that I have, and I think maybe we would all have the question, is because I've talked to Dan a few times recently too, and he had mentioned to me verbally and in an email that, hey, if the town and the town board decides you want to take a little break from, getting whacked so hard on taxes, we'll do that. Whatever the town wants to do, we'll come alongside that. So I guess my question, and he didn't really give me a good answer to this, but like, if that's the case, then where was that in the last few years? I don't think anyone's asked us, hey, how are things going?
Just like the situation we've got right now is where is the money coming from to do this reeval that they want us to do?
Well, you said we don't have to do that reval right now.
Mhm.
We just rolled it with the assessed the increase in sales. Then they will assign a percentage, but they will hold us at 100%.
Cause they were talking, what was it gonna cost us, like $98,000?
But
There's just shy of $100,000, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
There was state funding for that if we signed up for it.
Was there?
Yes,
Okay.
there was, but we opted to forego that this year, because we guys wanted to look into other options.
One additional point, there was a discussion in the last, our review from the assessor's office that they were going to, reassess the land around the lake. That individual has since moved on, and, Dan said that, that will not be happening this year for the lake residents.
Now, one thing that is gonna happen, correct me if I'm wrong, within 2 years, it's going to go to a per parcel assessment.
Yeah, you told me that too.
Now, that's gonna be a big one for, if you get your own assessor, they're gonna have to really get up to speed on this, because it's
Yeah.
gonna be a major change.
So recommendation from a member of the bar, I do think that, the county assessor and the town board have to get closer. By reading the minutes, getting Dan here, and, by building that relationship with it so that, we can do the right thing for our residents.
Yeah,
And he seemed to be more than willing to come out and answer any questions you had.
I think we should, yeah.
yeah.
Do you wanna, make arrangements for that, Dave?
Again, if you'd like, yeah.
You wanna have them, maybe we can get them next month or something?
If he's
If you
available,
can-
Yeah, I can do that.
that. Okay,
I'd be glad to do it.
Yeah.
Good idea, thanks.
we can come with the questions we have for him.
exactly.
All right. Anyone else from the floor?
Are the people from Bear Creek here?
I was wondering that myself. Anybody from Bear Creek represented here?
They said they were coming, but it doesn't look like anybody's showing
I'm
them.
not gonna show it up.
I know our building inspector's been talking to them. Scott's been working with them, so I know he went down and they were doing some work on some of the buildings and said that they needed to get building permits only, they were only fixing boards or something like that right now, but he told them going forward, we need to have a game plan, so I know Scott's working with them.
It was in the newspaper that they were gonna be.
They said they were.
Yeah, they said they were.
Yeah, they
gonna-
said they were gonna.
They called and asked for permission to be put on the agenda, and I told them when the meeting was gonna be, and they said that at least one of the three, there are three owners, three partners. At least one of the three was going to be here, but apparently not.
Did they say anything about when they're gonna come?
They were supposed to come tonight.
They were supposed to be-
Yeah, they were
I
supposed to.
know, that's why we're here.
Yeah, I know, they said they told, all I
Other
can
than
say is
that,
what
we
they
don't
told
know.
me, so. I don't know why they're not here when they said they were going to be, but, like
Either way,
it's-
they never called to say they weren't coming.
No, they did not.
Do you guys have concerns that you wanna bring up that?
No, we just wanted to listen to the input because,
Okay.
I got 60 acres up on Tug Hill Road, probably 2,300 foot frontage again. But,
Up that son, okay,
so I was just,
wondering what their game plan is, yeah.
saying,
If you are wondering that, and they didn't show up tonight, if you want, give Scott, our building inspector, a call. And he could probably bring you up to speed, because he's been the latest one discussing what's going on up there.
right,
He's been kind of taking care of that, so if
okay.
you have some inquiries, I'm sure Scott can answer them for
Got a
you.
phone number for them?
You can just call Peter.
Yeah, it's 716-244-0740 for Scott, but he's out of town this week, he's on vacation this week, so
716-244.
0740. But again, he's off this week.
Excuse me, here's our name, I'm over on Rogers Road in Machias, we're across from the field that is Bear Creek campground. I know it's hearsay and I was looking forward to hearing to what the company has to say for themselves. But it's in regard to zoning. I know that we set up a zoning board, or we're supposed to be doing a zoning board, is that correct? That.
Well, that's what these two guys are just talking about.
Okay, and that's what you're talking about, the taxes and.
Yeah.
That's part of it.
Yes.
Okay,
We're on-
Okay,
Yeah.
because, everything I know is hearsay. I just wanna make sure that Machias is being kept abreast of what
Oh, yeah.
they decide. Because word has it that they're looking to do, housing and, what was it, just housing the factory workers?
Cheese factory.
Okay,
Does anybody know, is there any fact to that?
I haven't heard anything
I don't
definite.
think either.
Definitely seems to be the rumor anyway.
Yeah.
From what Scott has said, and again, this is just what Scott told me, they've started their work and they're currently out of money and can't proceed any further at this moment. So they're not building anything anytime soon. That's what they told our building inspector.
Yeah, they were just kind of repairing some minor stuff up there, but they didn't have any big plans yet. Like
They're all
Rebecca
three,
said.
all three are local within Western New York, and all three of them have other businesses within Western New York. One of them has a campground already, another one owns a propane business, and the other one owns tons of rental properties and stuff up towards the North Towns Mall. Other than that, I don't know a lot. They haven't really said what they were doing. They wanted to get the ATV park up and running, was that they hoped to have that up and running by July 4th, which obviously didn't happen and is not up and running yet. So I know they let go of all the staff that was there, so they were starting from scratch. So, but again, they didn't tell us any other plans other than that I know. And Scott hasn't said anything else other than he told me that they were starting to repair some stuff and told him they were currently out of money. So that's all I know.
It's like another slow process.
Yeah,
If we get word that they're gonna come, let's say next
I will
month, we
post
can
it.
post.
Yeah, we'll post it as soon as we hear from them.
okay, good, thank you.
Yep.
The
Absolutely.
last comment here leads into what we were gonna talk about as far as the planning committee.
Why don't you
You
go?
you can put us on whenever you want.
Yeah, you can go ahead, it fits in.
Well, it fits in because they were talking about zoning. You can't have zoning until you have a comprehensive plan, and that's what we're working toward right now.
That's what we're working on.
Now, we've studied the Yorkshire comprehensive plan, and a lot of things are similar. Now, one shoe doesn't fit all.
Right.
We're gonna have to make some changes, but it's a good guide to get started on.
Plus it'd be a big savings of starting from scratch, at least you're starting with.
Yeah,
It's got a lot of copy and paste.
Yep.
so I think a lot of that can be done, and out of this whole thing, we got to talking about the budget in town of Machias, and I know you folks struggle with that all the time. And so we were talking that it might be a good idea to have a pie chart telling where the money goes, how much goes to the county, and show people what goes to the town, which is very minimal compared to where it goes to the schools and the county and everything else.
Right.
And I think that would be a good idea to have a pie chart like that and post it out here somewhere, or put it on the website where people could see that and see just what's going on here, that how the town struggles with getting enough money to get going, and put something that's a visual that they could see right in front of them, you know, that here it is. The other thing is that to get a plan to write a grant, you usually have to get, or you have to, well, grants are another thing, to get money to do this comprehensive plan, because I'm the chairman of the Farmland Protection Board, and we've had 2 comprehensive plans since I've been on that board. And it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's real expensive. It depends on who you get to do it too, you know, I mean, we've been looking into that and trying to figure out how that could be done. Most of them, the town would pay 10% and then 90%, so say you got $100,000 grant, you pay $10,000, but where's the $10,000 coming from? So that's part of the problem that we're faced with. The other thing is, we all have a copy of this, we spoke about a vision to reality here. And we've each taken a segment of that we're gonna look into and try and get things put together. So I mean, there's different things with improving the looks of the town, getting maybe a restaurant in here, pipe right in, Kevin, anytime.
Yeah, we took the survey that we sent to all the residents and then looked at all of the responses of what they thought the vision of Machias should be. And we took and graded it to, top to bottom. And we've taken the top 10 of them and we're writing a vision to reality statement. It's great to say, we all want a business district in the center of Machias. It's all great to say, let's go fix the houses, the rundown houses in this town. It's, the reality is, how do we do it? And that's what the vision to reality statement is, because what we're working on as the committee, is take that vision and how do we get it done? And then that gets tied into the comprehensive plan. So all the way back to your comment about zoning, first we need the comprehensive plan. We're hoping to have that well underway by the end of the year. The pieces that we're putting together now, and we're hoping that by October, we will have the vision to reality and we'll have somebody that can write a comprehensive plan for us. Bring it to the town board in December and have it approved by the town board. Then we can start doing things like zoning, should that be the reality.
Would the timing affect somebody like Bear Creek if they wanted to make it a residential area and the zoning has not been put into place?
Well, we worked on a chart, looking at the town of Machias, we've got a map of it. That'll show what we thought should be residential, what we thought should be commercial, and so on. So I mean, we're working on that, but here again, it's out there.
But to answer your question specifically, even zoning, somebody can get around with an attorney, right? I mean, that's the reality of it. The comprehensive plan and the zoning says this is where the residents of this town choose to have this town look like. And so it gets a lot more difficult if you have zoning. But having that comprehensive plan and having that, specifically, if they don't have it, it still has to go through the building inspector, it has to go through the town board, it has to go through the residents. So the comprehensive plan and the zoning says we know what we want. Till we have that, it may be one by one that comes through the building inspector or the code enforcement officer, the town board and the residents. So yeah, while you're here, this is going forward the right thing to do.
Okay, thank you.
The other thing that was brought up is that, and it may put us in a great position here, is that the town of Sedona no longer has the 4th of July fireworks. We could capitalize on the fireworks we have right here and put on a festival or something and really draw some people in here. I think we could really bring something out of that. So I
We
mean,
could
that's,
learn from the classes, we'll learn how to do it.
yeah. But that's something that, we've been looking at, different possibilities of different things that we could do.
I've had that brought up to me that when we used to have the zucchini festival and
Yeah.
that something like that could come back and, yeah, you're right, we need to generate something in town.
Yeah.
And can I reveal, what most of the town residents wanted in town?
Go ahead, Ruth.
What do you think
I
that,
know what you're gonna say.
what do you think that the biggest request was for in Machias? Anybody have an idea? We need a liquor store.
Yeah,
Yeah. We need a liquor store.
but I'll say one other thing, preserving our farms and ag land was a top priority from everybody across the board.
Yeah.
It's 1 5 miles that way and 5 miles
I don't want to try to drive. They want to walk.
But there any questions we can answer, other than that, we'll keep quiet.
Thanks, guys, you're doing a great job.
True. Anyone else have anything before we move on? Any word on financial reports?
They came late this afternoon, so they'll be in your email tomorrow. We got them, but they'll be in your email tomorrow.
All right, sir.
Oh, you want to talk? All right, so, this past week, we were involved with shared services with the state of New York on Route 242 from 219 to Weller Road. We took the millings from that job, which saved New York State money, saved us approximately 31,000. Just by going by what prices are, what they cost. So it was a $31,000 savings to the town, and we used that on Upper Bear Creek. And right by her house.
There you go.
So we put it all up there, in regards to next year's plan. Is Bear Creek is gonna get done with our CHIPS money. But where I'm looking into a bridge or a pipe or down by Perkins's, cause that one's getting bad.
Mhm.
So that end will be shut down for a little while till we get that done. Hopefully it's a quick job in and out. But then Bear Creek will be all taken care of, paved and everything. We will be down there to patch Wednesday. That's my job, but tomorrow we're going to Linden to do, shared services with them, cause they came with us for Hooper Road, Tiggy Road and Berry Road that all got paved this year. So we're returning the favor for them guys. But Wednesday, we're going down to Bear Creek, patch down there, and then the rest of it, we're gonna do finish Felton Hill, Wrightfield Road, Krebs Road, and patching on Tug Hill and a couple other roads. Let's see, the excavator and 14 truck will be going on Auctions International, which was kind of nice because it came in handy. We're the only town that had 5 trucks on. I actually drove truck and all Nolan's up there too. So we had 5 trucks on the job, taking all we can get. So we did all that. Like I say, just reiterate what the salesman said, if you don't get 50, you should keep it and run it till it's dead. But that's entirely up to you guys.
What, the excavator, Tim?
14.
Or was it truck?
Yeah, truck. Yeah.
But that's entirely up to you guys.
How many miles we got on that now?
93,000.
Can you put a reserve on it?
Yes, okay, but that's entirely up to you guys. That's out of my hands. That's yours. So, but that'll be going on there next month, so. That'll be taken care of. I haven't had no word on the 1 ton yet. I know it's over there and it's in line to be putting the body and stuff and bulk stuff on. She said it would be done by winter, but I negated to ask what winter. Seems like everything takes forever. I don't get it, but it is what it is. Haven't had a chance to use a new excavator because we've been trying to get the blacktop down. We did oil and stone town line on the blacktop that we did last year. That bill was 22,008 something, I want to say it was, you got it there. Just for the oil and then $10,000 for the stone. So there's 30 grand right out of the budget right there. Out of 180 some thousand that I get to put tires on, fuel in, all that comes out of it. That's what I say. You know, I'm on both sides of the fence with the taxing. I see this side and then I want my taxes to go up, but yeah. We're doing less and less and it's getting more and more, you know? So I mean. This sucks on my side of the fence. I see what the prices are of everything and. You know, and I still gotta pay to play. You know?
Yep.
So, but yeah, everything's been going good. Everything's still running good. No problems there. But yeah, that's the plan moving forward.
Good.
Yes,
Carmen, thank you for taking care of that blind corner on Lakeview.
Yep.
Did a nice job.
Yep.
I almost watched a woman and dog get hit. And that's the Tom Reese, and I got the message. too.
yeah, he called me and
Like the next.
sent the
day,
guy right down.
so
Yep.
outstanding work, thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you.
So, and Tim did want people to know that if you call and leave a message on his answering machine, consider it addressed and taken care of. He's not going to call you back.
Right, cause I'm in a truck or doing something else, so
So-
just tell me what your problem is and we'll get it on my list and it'll get done.
And if you don't hear from me, then call.
Right.
Consider it addressed.
Right,
Wait till
you know,
when you get the message I leave you this week.
Every day we're doing something, so it's. I'm going, so,
Thank you.
yep.
Anybody have anything on water or sewer?
Well, like I said, I talked to Randy earlier this afternoon. He's devised a repair for our ailing pump. And we're waiting to hear back from well drilling to see if they think it'll work or not.
Okay.
I think it's a situation that definitely will work. It will save us a boatload of money and it'll run it for quite a few more years. But he didn't get back to him, so we don't know anything more different than what we
Well,
had.
when I talked to him a few days ago, I thought he had said that he talked to Art anyways, and Art thought it was a good idea that it would work.
But he sent everything over to him, wanting him to review it and state it that, we'd have something to go by.
So I don't know what you guys wanted to do, but I thought maybe we could make a motion if we get confirmation from Willie's that they're comfortable with it instead of, because otherwise we're gonna push it down the road another month.
Right,
That if everybody's good with them trying this, that we go ahead and have them do it. And
I'm good
I
with
mean,
it.
the risk reward is.
I'll
pretty good.
second your
Yeah.
motion.
All right.
Is he gonna do the other repair stuff too that we were talking about with the door and stuff like that?
That's
already been-
You know,
That's all been
still
done, I think, Tom.
We did.
It's all done?
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
everything that the health department asked for.
Okay, you did tell me that.
Yep. We didn't replace the door itself because the water was still running out and I didn't wanna waste
Right.
money
There
on
ain't
the
no
door.
sense of
Right.
running
So
into
as
the door.
soon as that gets fixed and the water stops coming
Running
out,
will be it.
we'll just order a door and put the door on.
Okay.
The frame and everything's good on well house one. Up the south end one, I'm not sure of what's
Yeah.
going on there yet, if that leak got fixed. I haven't heard.
Okay,
You guys are good with that?
Yep.
Motion?
I'll
Second.
I'll second
All in
Josh's
favor?
motion.
aye,
Aye.
Opposed?
yeah, that's something we gotta.
Sooner the better.
MacGyver's MacGyvered enough, we
Yeah.
gotta fix it now.
I mean, if it bites us, it won't bite hard this time, at least it's not that big of a.
Right.
And-
Water, go ahead.
It's something, Randy's talked to me about it, and it's something that will work. It's been done in the past. We've done it several times in numerous places, and it's
Okay.
something that will work.
Okay,
And if it'll get us
some extra time.
a whole bunch
And
more
we can
time,
maybe find
we're good to
some
go
money
with that,
somewhere,
yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Perfect,
Okay, Municipal Solutions has reached out, regarding the application for rural development for the grant that we're applying for to pay for the engineering study for the well house. They gave me a list of 9 things they need and we are well underway to getting them most of those, so, things are moving in the right direction with the grants. There will be a notice in the paper this week just saying that we intend to file the application, so just so you all know when you see it, that's required by their, grant requirements, so. But other than that, everything is moving forward with the grants that they wanted.
Perfect. On the sewer, the only quick note I have is that this meeting that's been mentioned with this ADCO company about, tying into our main line hasn't happened yet. Me and Bob are gonna have agreed to meet with them, but Derek's supposed to set it up with their people or whatever based on our availability, and it hasn't happened yet, but once we do, we'll have some kind of information of what they're looking to do or what they're proposing, and then we can.
how soon are they looking to do it, or they haven't said anything when they,
Doesn't sound like they're in a real big hurry, Tom.
okay, okay.
Well, the guy that I've talked to on the phone seemed pretty eager about it, but again, if it's just a single hookup, I
Right,
don't know how worth it that's gonna be to mess around for. Originally, Derek said, well, if they form a whole sewer district, then maybe, but I don't, doesn't sound like they wanna do that right now.
how much are they looking to pick up? I mean, with them tapping in, what would they pick
I
up?
don't know how many properties he's looking to.
Is that gonna pick up the plaza, or is that what they were looking to do?
I'm not just sure what all they're
I
talking
remember
about.
Chris
All I
talking
know
about
is
that.
the apartment buildings across from the school is all I was knowing
Mhm.
about that they wanted to get
Okay.
them hooked in.
Okay,
So now if there's, the other one's down on 39, I don't know.
okay.
Anything from the town clerk?
We received a thank you letter for the purchase of your excavator, so, it's been a few $100,000, we did a thank you card.
Not even in color.
It is in color,
Oh,
it's
okay.
in color, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have a picture of our excavator, so. Cat County Land Bank had reached out, I sent you all, I think, a copy of the email. I had Scott fill it out, looking for the 3 most, blighted or problem properties in our community. He listed, the 3 that he thought, and so, 1 or 2 of them are on Route 16. The one I believe is the one with, right by the Lime Lake watershed with all the garbage that we've been dealing with forever.
I think that's vacant now.
Yeah, well, that's which vacant is fine, the land bank will take care of that.
Yep.
And, the other one I believe was on 16 is, the one that the guy in Cuba owns way down where all the trailers were, that's also been.
Right there next to the gravel pit.
Yeah, that one, and then he also put, Lambert's junkyard, So, those are the three that he listed, like the three most probable concerns in that town for now, so. I don't have any input on that. I don't know if you guys want any changes in those. I mean, it's just going to the land bank for their perusal and I don't know if they're gonna actually do anything with it, but. If that meets with, if nobody has a problem, they would like this sent in, so I will send this to them tomorrow. And see what they do with it. That's all I have.
Scott couldn't be here tonight, so I'm going to just go through his report real quick. I'm just gonna read the report that we got from the assessor's office since we were talking about that, just a short. So basically, the 2024 roll has been finalized as of July 1st. The assessing office is corresponding with several property owners about their assessments, tax bills and exemptions. There were 15 property transfers in June. And then it gives the website. There were in August, 10 building permits issued. 1 certificate of occupancy, 5 certificates of compliance. And there's 25 open permits. Annual in-service training is September 11th to the 13th. Bear Creek Campground owner contacted code enforcement regarding need to secure building permits. Sent copy of town law adopting uniform code and several pages from 2020 building code regarding obligations to secure permits and submittal documents. And then obviously it's all listed there for us.
Yep.
It seems as if construction in some regard is close to starting on both of the solar projects in town. They've given some timelines for pretty much the end of August, it looks like or in this month for both of them, but it's also subject to change, says. I guess that's it for that. Do we have any report from the youth commission tonight? Yes, sir.
Alright.
You have lots of good to tell us, I know.
Rec program ended on Friday. We have 49 residents. There's 25 non-resident, and then West Valley and Delavan both brought their kids there for swim lessons. Our directors and our staff were phenomenal again this year. Friday night, we had our color run with 26 families and about 100 students, which was, I think, a success. They all had a lot of fun. The pool's gonna be closing on Thursday, and then we'll be cleaning the hut and the pool house before school starts. We have our cash raffle Friday, December 1st, and the town has always supported us. We want to continue that support. It's a big fundraiser for our group. We have had some vandalism over there this summer. Bathroom doors have been a challenge. And then there's reports of unsupervised swimmers, but Tim, as soon as he knows, he goes right over and fixes things up. And they break in again, and he goes right back over and fixes it up again. So appreciate that.
Did you bring a copy of the report from the police? I know they had a police report.
Katie did it too.
Okay. Yeah, make sure the board gets that copy of the police report.
Sure.
Maybe, I don't know about insurance helping with that door, because the door is shot.
Again.
I mean, I beat it back into place as much as possible, so,
Appreciate that.
yeah.
That's it.
Every time I've stopped down there, the girls, I mean, everything was going smoothly. All the kids were having fun. There was a bunch of different activities going on.
Yeah.
I've heard.
I think everybody that's here should give the youth group a hand, a round of applause. When you drive by the park and see the kids down there, it's just, I know that was Chuck Beamer's dream. He would love to look out the window and see the kids, and you guys did a great job this year.
I have a question. Did the chlorine pump ever get changed this year? Because it did, okay.
Yeah.
I just wasn't sure.
But I don't know if we've gotten the bill.
No, I don't think for the chlorine pump, so that's why I didn't know that it had gotten changed, because that was something that I know the board had approved, but.
Yeah, we haven't had any communication from the schools on that.
Yeah, they'll catch up with us, I'm sure.
All right, planning committee already gave their report. You guys are good? Thanks again.
One thing I would add to that, our next meeting is the 29th of this month. And anybody that wants to come is more than welcome to come. We'd like people's input.
Yep.
The 29th, and that's over at the library?
The library, 6 o'clock.
6 P.M.?
Mhm.
Okay, great.
By the way, I have just finished my vision to reality statement on the community festival that I've been working on. I might be tweaking it a little, but it's about done. I'll bring that forward.
Isn't it the 26th? That next month?
That is, so it'd be the 26th.
Week
yeah,
from,
that's
week
right.
from tonight.
Week from tonight.
Old business. Anybody have anything?
What are we doing with the dog thing? Did we decide on what we're doing with that?
We're still working out some final details on that.
Okay.
Samantha's been working with Rebecca on getting her passing some information back and forth.
Okay,
But I think we're heading in a good direction with that.
good.
Your public hearing for the.
Oh, yeah, we gotta, might as well do that now. Thanks for bringing that up.
Yep.
We gotta schedule our public hearing for the wind law
Okay,
for 6:45 before our next meeting, which is September 16th. Well, anybody have any new business? Or reports from board members?
Just to kind of back up where the sewer district is, we're still having a problem with the switches in some of the pumps. So if you're getting a beeping and your red light comes on, kind of let us know, because it's one of the sensors, and we're working with the company. And that seems to be the problem. It's not the pump, it's just a sensor, but they have to change the whole pump out because the sensor's in the pump.
That happened to us and so we just came right over. and
Yep.
took care of it.
Yeah, Eric's been pretty good about it. If you give me a buzz or give Eric a call, we'll get it taken care of for you.
It was all good. All
You
right,
said the 16th, we're gonna have a early meeting?
Yes.
Okay.
all right, so we have audit of claims for August. Just gonna go through each line item here. For the general fund, we have $14,009.79. Give you guys a second. General youth, $4,608.54. Highway fund, $189,350.19. Yeah.
Less than last month.
Takes me a long time to pay the highway department's bills. Street lighting, $1,521.56. Water fund, $1,877.45. And Lime Lake Sewer Fund, $9,037.76. We need a motion to approve.
I'll move it.
Second.
Beth,
Yes.
Yes.
Tom,
Yes.
And before I ask for a motion for adjournment, I'll just ask one more time if anyone has anything. I'm sorry to you guys that came up for that update and you didn't get one tonight for this.
Yeah.
We gave you as much as we could give you anyway, so it's kind
Yeah,
of,
really.
it's not in a hurry, so you're safe for that direction.
I will keep updates on that posted on the website and Facebook if I know they're coming next month, or if I hear anything from them, I will post that as best I can.
Great, thank you.
That being said,
I got one more thing. I don't know if you guys have drove by Route 16. But the president of our association, Roy Shepherd, he's had diabetes since he's probably 18 months old. He's in really bad shape now, so he's looking to get a kidney donor. So there's information down there if you guys would be interested in trying to help out, or if you knew somebody that's looking to do that. I'm gonna get Rebecca to put it on our website also, and see if we can help Roy. His site's almost gone now and it's getting pretty bad, so we're trying to see if we can hang on to him. That's all I got.
Thanks for that.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Yeah.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
All right.
All right.